As for today's video, I am going to be installing this motor for the rear windshield wiper arm because the freaking nut is rusted off completely, and I will also be painting them. This one just has surface rust, that's fine, I could easily sand that off. This one, relatively the same. That one is actually like really fine. I'm not going to remove the spoiler to do this, I'm just going to my plan is to like break off the nut. There we go. Got it. This one I actually do need to lift the hood to get, but this one right here, I did this last time. I don't know if I could do this one-handed, but my little knife here is the only thing that's flat enough to get in between there, so yeah, you get the idea. Pry the silica cap off with the knife, loosen the bolt there, then take off the arm along with the wiper. And also, like, aligning them is a thing. There, I see there's a little notch there, notch here. So I gotta be very careful with the alignment of these. These come off with a little bit of elbow grease and a 14mm socket. And then I gotta figure out how this alignment works with the wiper blades. I'm pretty sure it's easy just to look at it and see where it goes. And also, I'm choosing to do this on a day where I don't have to drive for another like 24 hours. My car's not moving. Apparently it's illegal in Florida to drive without the wiper arms, so gonna just paint these and then let them dry overnight and then put them back on tomorrow. I got these two off and I have an alignment photo for them to... this is actually a lot dirtier than it looks right here. As for this one, I'm gonna try something stupid and like lightly chisel this away, because I didn't record it, but whenever I opened this piece up for the first time, this was in crumbles. It literally just fell apart. The bolt did not exist anymore and just left this behind. So with letting it soak in WD-40, I'm gonna go get my hammer and just lightly chisel this away and see how well that works. That ain't coming off. I even accidentally damaged the paint a little bit right here, but that's gonna be a tiny rust spot until I get the body work done to this car. This not coming off. I'm gonna have to cut it off, and I don't have a tool to do this, so that's not gonna happen within the near future. This one can stay rusted. The chisel didn't work. The drill didn't work. So I'm just gonna paint these two in. I'm going to be uploading the same clips to both YouTube and Instagram, but I've intentionally made these videos more than what Instagram can handle, so YouTube will get the full-length video and Instagram will get the like shortened video. So right now what I'm going to do is actually, I'm not going to sand these down, I'm just going to wire wheel them down, since I do have sandpaper, but I want to try this first. And then I'm going to clear coat it, and then I'm going to, sanding, primer, clear coat, yada yada, you get the idea. Well, this one I grabbed the wrong one, and yeah. Alright, so they aren't perfect, but with the orbital sander and wire wheel, that's the best I could get them. And I also just gave them a light alcohol bath. Yeah, just gonna start painting now. For the little bolt covers, just one layer of primer should do, maybe a second one. For this, it's looking quite alright. I don't know. This one definitely looks a lot better. It's taken a few hours alone just to wait for paint to dry, but that's the third layer of black paint. I got those things painted on there. I actually had dropped the toolbox on those, so those ones are kind of messed up, but not the worst. Especially like this spot right there. What the heck, dude? Just the perks of painting outside. I'm gonna give it one clear coat. Oh, not one coat. 2 clear coats and then put it back on the car. And these are still very wet. Don't you just love whenever footage gets corrupted and you have to refilm like 2-second segment? So these are the wiper arms. They're freshly painted about like maybe an hour after I put them back on, maybe less than an hour. They have their imperfections as it was an outside paint job, but from a distance they're no longer rusty. They look good, and yeah, thanks Windows for deleting like 5 videos. That's great.